Welcome back to. I have. It's. Let's see. The name of the series keeps escaping. Okay. I've somehow gotten stronger when I improved my farming skills. Anime review. Episode number 2. We're here discussing episode 3 and 4 for the series. We do have a brand new girl who pops up at the end of episode 4. I'll get to her, and she's voiced by Chris McGuire. Awesome. Always great to see her. And fun fact, I'm going to see her next week. Me for the very first time, hopefully, because I have been loving her work, especially as Malene from That Time in Current Slime, who's not in the current season. Yeah, and that's not basically the anime's fault. That's part of the fault light novels not featuring her. So, in the case of these two episodes, well, we pick up last episode where we have Al talking to Helen's brother, Ray, who died 15 years prior to the events of the series because of the Black Dragon, who can talk now. Yes, despite the fact when he first showed up, he didn't talk. Now he talks. So basically, he doesn't protect his sister, which he would, and he's there. And by the way, Frail does not see him, but then he puts a cloak around, and he puts a cloak around. Oh, you a little close. It's like she thinks that maybe Owl's going to seduce her. No, just so he can see the ghost. She can see the ghost, and of course, they have to hurry back to get Helen. Helen has left basically her bed, and she goes back to her ruined village, where the dragon is there basically because apparently its thing is like, oh, we have to have one survivor, so you can consume that survivor 15 years later because he needs to sleep, and also consume another town. That's what the Black Dragon does, and yeah, and basically the way Al beats the thing is by not being afraid of the monster, but maybe this Black Dragon, which it's a massive dragon. Also, apparently, in its backstory, apparently he has an enemy, the Miracle Dragon. Okay. Excuse me. Who looks like a CGI version of the Blue Eyes White Dragon from Yu-Gi-Oh! Yes, seriously. There could be any air dragon similar too. So, and by the way, this actually looks like a freaking dragon compared to the ones over in the Misfit Demon King Academy where the CGI is horrible in the show. Here it's a lot better. Yes. So, it seems like he's about to basically kind of beats the dragon, but then, weirdly enough, Helen stabs him at the end of episode 3. You're like, why the heck would she stab him for? Oh, that's because of Black Dragon possessing her. And then the Miracle Dragon shows up, heals his, basically heals the power of regeneration. Excuse me. And apparently when the Black Dragon kind of consumes his mind, he looks at his mind and is like, there's nothing here. And it basically, not only basically resisted him, but also forced him out. And eventually the dragon was basically, and this is of course just after he got, well, apparently Helen told him, well, she's being possessed by the Black Dragon to punch her. And eventually the dragon is basically withdrawn from her and supposedly destroyed. Though essence of his power is still in her body. And the Miracle Dragon disappeared. And Alan wakes up and he's basically, well, he is woken up and the first thing he sees is two hot babes. He sees the Princess of the Kingdom, who he saved in the first episode. And now he sees Helen. And it's very heavily implied that Helen and Frey Fel has both got feelings for him at this point. It's implied. They both like him. But nothing shown between them being romantic rivals. So, eventually with the whole thing goes, they celebrate, and then eventually he goes home. He gets a letter, not from his mom, but his dad, because they moved to a different town, and he wants, and basically, they go see them, and there's some fertilizer. So, he tells Helen, who apparently has got the power, he can form like a dragon hand and feet, to take over his quest for him while he goes see his parents. And apparently Frey really wants to see his parents. He's like, why? Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with a girl who likes you wants to meet your parents. And of course, he runs off. And then he's confronted by an ogre. Yes. By the way, this also happened in like episode 2. Where at that time he was confronted by a female ogre. This time it's a male ogre. And then he's saved by the new girl, Riri. Yep. Who's voiced by Chris McGuire. Which I look up, this is their 20th series I've seen her in now. 20. Wow, that's something. Yep. And of course she does, you're right. And that's the episodes. Pretty good. I really enjoy these. Kind of in a way, in the case of 4, this kind of wraps up a plot thread that's going into like episode 1. This like you can think of basically episodes 1 through 4 as kind of like a complete story arc. And the ending of episode 4 said the very next arc with Riri. And if you're curious though, is any more girls are introduced after this girl was introduced? No, I think she's the last official one. No, actually, wait, there's one more. Yeah, there's like one more supposedly gonna come back and gonna be seen soon, but yeah. And the thing is, he's oblivious to the fact that these girls got a thing for him at this point, but we'll find out more. Yep. But yeah, that's particularly a particular view. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, and do not hit this like button. Next up is going to be Tomodachi Moon the Fantasy. Because I really want to continue the series. I'm kind of going to go through basically all of today's anime and then go through the episodes this weekend. Yes, I'm going to want them all done because one of them basically is the penultimate episode. Yep. But next video. Bye.